Okay, does it matter how many credit cards you have as long as you keep the balance down? No. So you can really totally play the credit card game and have 15 credit cards. You know what some people do is they load their credit cards on the Amazon app as payment methods, and then they have their calendar set up where 2 or 3 days before the reporting date, you can go in and use the payment method, one of those cards, to charge the $20. I just suggested to a couple that didn't know how to use their Best Buy and Home Depot card in the mix to have like a $20 balance reporting each month, because that's all they had. I told them, look, your goal is to buy the house, right? So every month you're going to use the Home Depot and the Best Buy card to buy yourself a gift card at Best Buy or at Home Depot for $20. And then you're going to set it aside. And then you'll use them all when you go to buy the house. Or maybe you'll hand them out as Christmas gifts. Like, you won't need it. But that's an easy way for you to be able to still use a credit card that you kind of don't know what you're going to use it for. Charge $20 and pay it off. Is it a good idea to refinance your car? Well, so here, what's your goal with it? Is it really just to lower the rate? You want to look at what the term is for the loan. So if the term started out being a 7-year loan and you had an 11% interest rate, now you can get a 3% rate, but you're 2 years into the loan. So now you're not going to refinance into another 7-year loan. You're going to refinance into a 5-year loan. Well, the 5-year loan, even at that lower rate, it's not going to change the monthly payment much. It definitely is going to change the amount of interest you pay over the loan, but not the monthly payment. So sometimes people refinance to try to lower their debt ratio for a mortgage, and they actually kick themselves later, for doing that, because you're going to pay off a car loan. You're going to get a brand new car loan. It's going to disrupt your credit score a little bit, really making it not make sense to try to benefit you for a mortgage purchase, okay, or for a house purchase. Trying to buy a home in July, August. Quickest way is going to be focused on those credit cards. Here's the deal. As long as you have credit cards open, okay, then if you get the balances to update on the day they report each month, you got to find out when that day is. You can't kind of wing that. Okay, but if you can make sure the balance is reporting between $1 and 10% of the limit, once those cards update and the new balance is updated on the credit report, then even if you have collections or charge-offs or lates like in the past, your scores are going to be kind of in the best place, they can be, as long as everything's being paid on time. And then to make it go up from there is when you're going to have to start then kind of tackling the collections that are recently reporting, the stuff that's outstanding. But making installment loans on time, just making your payment on time. Don't rush to pay off those car loans and home loans and student loans to raise your score. Don't rush to pay those off, but get the credit card game in line. And I'm telling you, it will make a magical difference. Does a car lease and a car loan look the same? Yes, it does. No difference between it. You were denied a credit card? Yep. No, you can't really challenge. Some people just deny you. I did a video on that a while back at TikTok, like, what do you do to overcome a denial? Well, what do you do if a guy rejects you or a girl rejects you? Do you go back and go, please? No, you move on. What's the chances they're going to go like, I wasn't looking right. No, I am totally attracted to you. Or whatever the case. Not attracted, but you know what I'm saying. Like the denial part, move on. PNC wasn't for you. Start with start with Open Sky. If you're looking to get a credit card open, okay, you need to get at least one credit card open where you've got that $20 reporting every month before you're going to probably be opened up to getting like even a Discover secured card. You need a few months of having a credit card reporting the right way. So that's why I say start with Open Sky. Start with getting a self-lender account. Start there. Give it a month so that they can update and show up on your credit. Maybe 2, maybe 3 months. And then add the Discover card. About $1,000 to a phone service and it reopened. Yeah, I mean, that's unfortunate is that they have until that 7-year time frame to kind of come after you to represent the debt on your credit report. So sometimes they do show up and they've only got like a year left of being on your credit, but it's the fact that they've just opened on your credit that's really, it's going to sink your score for a while. So you might want to call and try to see if they'll negotiate either as a paid charge-off or if it's in a collection status, trying to get them to request removal of it from your credit report. Oh, I have a credit card charged off 2017 at $492 out of $650. So No, definitely put your money towards the good open accounts you have reporting first. If you have a choice of whether to put your money towards the bad stuff, like collections and charge-offs, or get your current credit cards that you have open and available, get those balances down. First, you're going to commit to not using those cards anymore, okay? And then you're going to get those balances down on the credit cards. That's going to have a bigger impact for you. If you can get every credit card that you have down below, like I said, 10% of each credit card's limit, whatever the limit is, drop the last digit. That balance, if you can get all of the balances below that number on all your credit cards, you're going to see your scores for like a mortgage, for a car, pop up to like 640 to 660 range. And then they'll kind of stall out until you can go and get that charge off. That might not be something you want to even touch, that charge off. Because once they charged off the account, if they sold the account, which I'm imagining they're not, if you're showing that they're still having a balance there on your credit report. But if they sold it, then the balance might not be there. I mean, the balance might still be there, but there's no other company reporting on your credit yet showing they bought it. And so if you look at the date last updated on that charge off, I bet you it's fading into the past. Like they're not updating it every month. And so if it's been a couple years since that account has updated, you don't want any activity on it, or it's going to drop the score. I want you to imagine that you're in a hot air balloon, okay? A hot air balloon of credit. And you've got all this weight around the basket, and you and your hubs and your wife or whoever are sitting in the basket, and you're clipping the weight, okay? You're paying the collections, you're paying the charge-offs, you're trying to get rid of the weight. The basket's not going anywhere. And that's because you don't have your balloon fired up. And the balloon gets fired up by having an installment loan reporting on time and having those credit cards report $20. Like they got it precise. You got 10% of the limit being reported. That'll fire up your balloon. If you just have credit cards open, you're paying on time, but the balances are real high, you have one of those like wobbly, guys that are on the side of the road, like, You need to get the fire up. Okay, and then you get the fire up. You got the credit card reporting the right way. You got the installment loan paid the right way. Okay, then your score's going to start going up. You're going to and then you're going to be like at 640, 660, and guess what? That weight is just going to hang. That weight is going to still be around the basket. So getting just one of the weights clipped off the basket, okay, the score goes up a little bit more to 670-ish, 680-ish. Until it's all cut, you're really not going to move your way up. But you're not going anywhere if the balloon's not fired up. So hopefully that makes sense today. And thanks for following. Thanks for liking my videos. Thanks for liking my silly, dumb dance moves.